Twin Cities home buyers, homeowners, and realtors. Hey, there's a little bit of snow left here at Highland Hills, but for most of the Twin Cities, the spring market is here, which means we have 4 months of real estate data to dig through. So let's put Dave to work, have him dig through all the numbers for you, and more importantly, let you know what that means for a home buyer, a home seller, or even somebody who just owns a home and wants to know about their equity position. Let's have Dave dig in and let you know what's real in our Twin Cities market. This month, let's begin with our new listings or supply numbers, where we see nearly 5,200 new listings added to the market was down over 27% for April, and leaving us off over 20% from last year, when supply was already low. But how is this impacting home buyers? Well, bottom line, gang, is that we just don't have as many homes as buyers would like on the market. Look, total homes on the market at the end of April was down a little, but fairly flat compared to the last couple years. But look how that April inventory number compares to the last 10 years of inventory, when it was common to have over twice as many homes on the market than our current numbers. So with those low inventory numbers, home buyers should expect to see plenty of competition for the best homes for sale right now. A little good news for home buyers is that homes lasted about twice as long on the market than in April the last 2 years, giving home buyers a little more time to make decisions, as sellers had to wait a median of about 2 weeks before accepting an offer. Now that seems high compared to the craziness of the pandemic years, but pretty standard for the market leading into the pandemic, and still nearly half of what we expected a few years back. So it's best to have a plan in place from day one when buyers begin shopping for their new home. But before assuming that this is just more of the same data we've seen for the last 2 years, let's take a look at our demand numbers or closed sales. And gang, we are seeing those numbers way down from this time last year, off by more than 30% in April compared to a year ago, and down over 25% year to date. So if you're considering selling a home in this spring market, it's imperative not to set expectations similar to what the market provided over the last 2 years. Constant rising rates combined with an increase in home prices has taken some buyers out of the market. So while we remain in a strong seller's market, the amount of buyers for each home has dropped back to a pretty standard level compared to the last 10 years. Good news really for sellers, but more than 30% fewer than 2 years ago and 20% off last year's numbers. So set your expectations accordingly and be sure to make that home sparkle to the buyers who are going to come through. And for homeowners just wondering about their home values, the similar declines in both supply and demand means our months of inventory remains extremely low at 1.6 months of inventory, up 45% from last April, but remaining a long way from the doomsday market predictions that many had last year, and keeping homeowner equity safe, with home prices selling at nearly the same prices as a year ago, down slightly in April, but up slightly year to date. Looking forward, it will be important to watch what happens now that the long winter is finally ended. Like every spring in the Twin Cities, both buyers and new listing activity has picked way up, and multiple offers have become common for the best listings since the snow melted. It will be important to keep an eye on what the main numbers look like, so subscribe and be sure to check back next month, where Dave will make sure to keep you up to date on everything that's real in our Twin Cities market.